number of Kiwis working past retirement age is steadily increasing, and for many, the idea of being financially ready to retire feels like a bit of a pipe dream. So how do you know that you do in fact have enough to retire? Here to help us out is Forsyth Barr Senior Investment Advisor Brad Gordon. Thanks to our partners at Forsyth Barr. It's a big question, isn't it, Brad? How much is enough, and how do you know when you've got it? Because it's hard to go back once you've retired.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's important now to take these times of year when we perhaps go to a little bit of a quiet period to think about what and make some changes towards setting some goals, because yeah, it is a big goal and it means something different to everyone, and so there's no one size fits all, but you do need to probably go back to okay, what have we got, what resources have we got? We know we're going to get New Zealand superannuation at age 65. For a couple, that's about $25,000 each. For an individual living alone, it's about $32,000 per annum, and that's before tax. So is that enough? Well,
Depends on what your lifestyle's like.
Absolutely depends on your lifestyle, and we're not all like Ryan and have to subscribe to every streaming service that we go. So, so not all of us are like that, but some of us are, and that's just a personal adjustment that we need to make. But if you own your own home, you're talking about $10,000 to $15,000 just going out in fixed costs.
Yeah, because that's your insurance, your rates, your maintenance, all of those things, water, yep. Yeah.
And so you think about $25,000 pre-tax from New Zealand Super, and most of that is just your fixed costs. So you do need to save, and you do need to think about having some other resources.
So if we're doing this reset over the summer, what changes should we be weighing up?
First of all, it's what contributions am I making to my savings pool, first of all. That's probably the first and foremost. But the second one, and depending on your age and risk profile, is what adjustments can you make to that risk profile in order to put yourself in a better position in retirement. I mean, if you're under, I'm guessing, age 50 now, it's probably going to be 67 before you receive New Zealand superannuation. There's a lot of political change, and that may or may not happen, but these are things you've got to start planning for and thinking about.
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking that by the time I get there, it's not going to be as universal or maybe as generous, because it's, despite my advancing age, it's getting, it's still a long way away. If I'm going to make those changes, when you say relook at your risk profile, what informs whether that can change?
Well, look, there's a lot of tools out there to what we call robo-advice, and a number of providers, including Forsyth Barr's Tempo service, will put you through a series of questions that will hopefully optimise your asset mix, and particularly the first change you can make is to your KiwiSaver, and just optimise that for where you need to be at retirement.
Yeah, people go a bit too conservative too soon, often, don't they? And you might not be calling on that money at 65. You have other resources.
No, well, hopefully you do, but not everyone will. But the sooner you start planning for it, the better position you will be in.
All right, so kick back this summer and crunch some numbers. So thank you so much, Brad. Brad Gordon from Forsyth Barr Senior Investment Advisors. Thanks to our partners at Forsyth Barr.